So let's talk about, for the listeners who have a hard time setting boundaries, haven't set boundaries yet. What should they do? What's the first step? Because I know you said, you got to sit down and figure out what is acceptable and not acceptable in your life, right? Is that the first step?
Yeah, so the first step is really figuring out, what do you want? Not what you think other people say you should want, because everyone has their opinions, and there are certainly societal norms that maybe your desires fall out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, what do you want? You've got this life. It's your one life, and you want to make it as beautiful and as fulfilling and abundant as possible. If you could close your eyes and envision your future, what does it look like? You know,
Totally. That's a great way to start. And writing these down too. When you start coming to these conclude, actually writing them down on paper. Don't just keep them in your head, right?
yeah, brainstorm. Just
Mm-hmm.
take 15 minutes and write down all the positive things that you envision in your future. Everything. Do you have kids? Do you have pets? Are you owning your own business? Are you traveling more? What does it look like for you? Like, fully envision what your happy future would look like. Every component of it, and just brainstorm. You don't have to check your spelling, just jot it down. And then take 15 minutes and write the things that you don't want in your life, what you're going to avoid, the things you want to change about your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get this idea of like, this is what I really want, this is what I don't want, you start to see like, man, I've been surrounding myself by what I don't want for so long.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to keep me back from getting what I want. And then the next step is like, okay, I know what I want. I've got a vision of my future. I need to create a path for that. What's my first step? For me, it was like, I really want to feel supported, and I want to know that there's love, and I want to create a life where I feel like I am showing my child something that's truly positive so that I break the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I focused first on love and stability. And I created the path, the boundary around, this is what I want, this is what I won't accept. And then I just went out on so many dates and put that to the test, and then found somebody who hit all of the marks that I was looking for. And then, now we're married, and it gave me space to then go, all right, well, I've got that dream part of my life. Man, what else do I want?
Mm-hmm.
And it started to build my next path and boundaries around that path towards creating a business that I could spread positive impact. And then I get to a point where I'm like, all right, that's awesome. What else do I want? So it doesn't have to be like everything all at once. It's just, one big change at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's, just, what do you want?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And did you envision that your life, like back in the day before you started setting boundaries, when we were in that place of, oh, it's a bunch of baloney, did you imagine this life or is it better than you imagined?
Oh, it's better than I
Me
imagined.
too. Me too.
100%.
Hmm.
Like, what I imagined was darn good.
I know. I know. I know. And as my husband says, and it keeps getting better. He's such a positive guy and he's always saying that. It just keeps getting better. And he's right. He's right. He said that
Yeah.
from the moment we started dating. It just keeps getting better. And he's right. I mean, I call him my normal. He's my normal.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. When I need to find that balance, I go to him.
Absolutely. I love that for you too, because it just shows like, seriously, if you dream it, you can have better than you even dreamed of. And you can
Exactly.
come from the darkest of pasts.
And it didn't
And
all
the
come at once. Yeah, exactly. And it
Mhm.
took a lot of steps, a lot of work on the healing journey. I'm still on that journey. My life is not perfect, but I'm able to manage it so much better than I used to, it's so empowering to know that you can create your life, not have to just get through life, which is what I did for so long.
Yeah. Just getting through the next day.
Yeah.
100%.
Survival mode, just even getting through the next breath sometimes, you know, it was just, it was not enjoyable.
It was
And
exhausting.
I was wondering why I was always so tired,
Yeah.
honestly, you know, and for, like up until I was what, 21 or something, I smoked cigarettes, right? So, oh, that's what it is, right? It's cigarettes, makes sense. And I quit smoking and hated it. And I was still tired. Well, now I look
Stress?
back, yeah, the stress and being in survival mode, and none of that's fun. And that's, you know, I use boundaries to get out of that. I use boundaries within myself, you know, kind of some goals to get myself out of the survival mode and the victim mindset that I was
Yeah.
so deeply living in.